Hello! Look at this. That's kind of crazy. Anyways, over the course of the next 7 days, I'm going to be driving a motorcycle across northwest Thailand. Have I done something like this before? No. Will I be taking over 1,000 turns of a mountain? Yes. That being said, it's gonna be a lot of fun. That is not nearly as sturdy as I would hoped, but once again, I'm climbing. This time up to a cave, right behind the waterfall, I believe. That being said, I have no idea how big it is, and that's kind of the scary part about it. Plus, this is supposed to be a rather popular waterfall area, and I'm the only one here. So, once again, risking my life to do fun shit. That is so cool. The camera doesn't even make it out to what it actually looks like. And here we go, into the cave. Probably can't hear it on here, but the shrieks of the bats, safe to say, there's a lot of them in here. Let's see if I can get some more light. Not much. Well, that was neat, but there's absolutely no light source in there, no travel path to really go on, so I'm not going to venture too deep. It even says not to climb on anything, which you kind of have to keep on going in there. That looks nicer anyways. Like I said before, this is a kind of a touristic spot. There's an entrance fee even to see this waterfall. For me, it's 120 baht US, so $4. That being said, like most things in Thailand, if you're a foreigner, things cost more. But for the locals, it's only 20 baht. But for me, since I'm a foreigner, you get the foreigner tax, which is whatever they set it to be. Which I understand. There's a lot of foreigners that travel across Thailand. They gotta get theirs. And to be honest, $4, well worth the trip. To see a beautiful waterfall and a cave and a somewhat decent hiking trail. I have no complaints. On to the next spot. Almost made it to our first destination, the hippie town of Pai. It was once just a small village that was just for the locals. In the past, a decade or so, it's become a hot spot for tourists. And this is where I'm staying for the next 2 nights. For a little bit under $12 a night, I get a double bed, refrigerator, small TV, air conditioning, which is a big one, free complimentary bananas, which here in Southeast Asia they got the normal type of bananas that we have in the US, and also these small ones that are a little more starchy, less sweet. But continuing on, you get a little chairs, obviously side table there, and your own private bathroom, sink, toilet, comes with your own towels, and hot water, which again is a luxury. Oh, and it looks like they even gave me a couple water bottles as well, which is always a plus, and a fan. And take a look outside here. This is a half decent view. You really can tell how bad the smog is from the burning of all the crops. You can see that mountain there is much more clear than those behind it, where you can barely see anything. According to the owner of this place, that around November is the best time to come. That's when everything is lush, green, and the farmers aren't taking down all the crops. And here's my place from the outside. Not too shabby. Oh, and it's the backyard, just banana trees. Because of course it is. Oh, and even comes with a house cat. Along with a nice bench seat outside as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like it here. welcome to day 2 of my 7-day journey across northwest Thailand. Right now I'm standing still in Pai at Pai Canyon. One of, if not the most famous spot in Pai. It's most usually visited right around sunset, but clearly the sun being in the middle of the sky tells you I'm not here at that time, mostly because, well, there are several hundred people here at that time. And I wanted to walk around with a little more peace and quiet. Still a couple people here though. And as you can see, the trail or branching a cliff is not exactly something you want to do in a crowded atmosphere. But I'll take you along here and show you this entire place. Well, at least some of it anyways. Just a couple of first thoughts of Pai, only being here one day, but it is a tourist destination like none other in northern Thailand. To be honest, I think I've seen more British people here than Thai. Downtown is all catered towards tourists. I know this place was known to be a rather chill hippie town a couple years back, but now it is very much built up for tourists, which, if that's your thing, it's wonderful. But for me, I would rather continue on to a place less touristy, which I understand is ironic considering I am a tourist. Yeah, that doesn't sound the greatest, but that being said, this place now, I couldn't imagine what it was like 10 years ago before tourists really started coming to the area. Thank you. Well, I'm back at the cabin now, just relaxing after that long hike. Well, not too long, I guess, up to Pike Canyon. A little bit cooler out today, only a high of 85, but still the sun is glaring hot midday. Now it's starting to creep into the afternoon. It's starting to be more cooler and relaxing. Today, oh, if you heard that, that was someone shooting up some type of firework. But anyways, yeah, today pretty much chilled out, relaxed. Long day tomorrow, big plans. We'll tell you a little bit more about that in the morning, but it will be a little bit more strenuous than today, if everything goes to plan. The first main thing of the day tomorrow is to get over the mountain by motorcycle in 50-degree weather. Yeah, that'll be fun. So, yeah. The only thing I'll do yet today is most likely go to the walking street. The night market here is pretty good, considering it is rather touristy. There is quite a few night markets in every single town in Thailand and Southeast Asia. And they have the typical stalls that I'm sure I'll show you shortly here. And this is the night market. It is a weeknight, so it's not as busy as I expect weekends to be. But it does have the typical stalls. Of course, Thai food. But in this area specifically, a lot of it's grilled corn and a lot of halal foods of all things. Must be a lot of foreigners that also live here. This is a weird town. Nice street lights, loud music. That being said, it almost seems like you have to be on something to really enjoy this place. There's cannabis shops, several on every block. And it's some weird town where it's in between, like, it wants to be a hippie town, but also very touristy, which The touristy part, they nailed. There's more tourists here than actual residents. Like, look there. But with tourists comes inflated tourist pricing. So I'm happy I stayed here 2 nights. I got to explore the majority of the place. Pai is still a relatively small town. So overall, would I recommend coming here? If you enjoy to partake, I'm sure you'll love it. If not, like me, it's so-so. Good morning. Start of day 3 of this trip. And we're going to start off this early 60-ish degree morning. Getting over that mountain right there. Should take me about an hour, but it's going to be fun. Stop of the day, the top of the mountain. And luckily, even though it does look like there's a lot of smog over yonder that way, it is a lot clearer than yesterday, which is really nice. This stopping point I'm at is great too. It has everything you need. Gasoline, snacks. Even here they sell gasoline, all these little glass bottles, essentially just water bottles, because there's no way to get any gas trucks or tanks up here, so they put it in bottles. But a little bit of a hint of where we're going to today. Oh, that little one down there, Milana Cave, which is supposedly one of the bigger caves in Thailand, and the less popular of the 3, which is something I'll enjoy. We'll see when I get there. Hopefully we can get access. I've heard there's a couple different ways to get in, but yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Not a bad spot for lunch.
wide. Milana Cave? Okay. Welcome to Milana Cave. This cave's an underwater river system. I've already been up to my mid-chest. I don't know how well you're able to see this, but this place is huge. That is massive. With this light, this place is completely dark without it. And I've already had several bats swoop at me because all the bugs this thing's attracting. Granted, they're the size of typical house bats, they're not anything massive. If you sit a little black spot right there. That right there is a tiny little bat. They keep on swooping at me. This one is sleeping. This place is a lot harder to navigate than what I'm showing you. Every time I turn the camera off, that's because we're going over some large boulders, going across some very sketchy ladders and boards, well, planks. It certainly isn't for the faint of heart. This isn't the typical cave you go in. We've been walking for over half an hour already, and this place is still, I would guess, at least 200 feet high, 50 feet wide, all made by this one river that cuts through. Honestly, probably higher than 200 feet high. And it's unfortunate that this flashlight isn't bright enough to show the top. We just have to keep on crossing this river back and forth to get to the shallower side. That's stalactite or stalagmite, I'm not sure which is which. Is all the way from the ceiling. That thing's about, I would guess about 16 feet tall. Maybe 3.5 feet wide, 4 feet wide. I couldn't imagine how long it takes just drop by drop of sediment to grow this big. I wish I had a better flashlight and a better camera and more storage. I would record this entire place. We've been walking for probably 45 minutes already. And it has not stopped anytime soon. Whoa. I don't know if you can see that. The trees look like essentially streamers that are running all the way there and down. Let's see if I can get a better view. Wow. That's insane. I could spend a week in this place. Let me camp here overnight. I keep stopping and taking this camera out because I literally can't stop filming all this. And my guy might be a little bit pissed with me. It's just me and him here. I only know English, he only knows Thai. So I'm just following him. This is an opportunity that I wouldn't have in the US at all. Insurance companies would wreak havoc. Or that being said, any first world country, this wouldn't be allowed. Just to walk into a gigantic cave. With some half decent flashlights and one guide. With obviously no cell service because we're in a cave. And it would not be easy to get anyone out. That being said, my guide is chill as a feather. He's just walking around, lit a cigarette, enjoying his time. I'm sure he's done this hundreds, if not thousands of times. And you're probably thinking, oh, it's probably really expensive to get here. Or even have access. Nope. Costs 500 baht for a personal tour for 4 hours of walking in a cave. 2 hours in, 2 hours back. 500 baht is about 17-ish US dollars. So the return on investment there is what I certainly can't complain about. I'm making sure not to touch any of these stalactites or stalagmites. I want to stop the growth of them. You can see where some is already chipped off at the bottoms. And this one, that's damn close to 75 feet tall. And there's some that's already touching the water. I can't go any further. Oh, shit. That's a big bat. Up there. Oh, yeah. Those are a lot smaller. Yeah. Now these bats like the lights. I just don't like them when they swoop within inches of my face. Especially when their wingspan is like a foot long. Yeah, squeeze through there. I don't know if this is marble or what, but it's very white. Crouching all the way down now. Oh. This is easier for him than it is me. I'm a foot taller than him. Just duck waddling all the way. Damn near had a belly crawl through that. Oh. I found a slate tape the same size as me. In the middle of the room. You can see where others have been broken off here. Restarted. I'm just pointing this camera everywhere because everywhere is really cool. This almost looks like snow, like a snowdrift coming all the way to the bottom. I won't touch it, but you can hopefully see, yeah, how it just sparkles. You can see how much it's dripping. But the thing is, since I've been in Thailand, it hasn't rained once. So this water must just be seeping through the ground at a very slow pace. Either that or there's another water source right above me that's continually dripping down into this underground river. Which both can be possible. Waterfall inside the cave. Oh, fish.
Yeah.
Oh. It's a little white fish. Oh.
No, I.
Yeah. Oh, there. You can see that little white fish right there. I can't imagine they can see. Can't imagine.
I'll have to look up what those kind of fish are. They're just the size of a minnow, smaller than that even. I don't know what kind of scientific research this place has had done on it. The government obviously knows about it. There's signs for it everywhere. But just looking at the footprints that are coming in and out this place, there isn't too many people that come through here every single day.
And there's another waterfall.
There are these natural steps that we're using to get down to the bottom of the waterfall here. I'm going to turn this off, get it down the rest of the way. And here we are at the bottom of the waterfall.
That is crazy. Oh, there. Not sure if you'll be able to see, but there's a large fish right next to this waterfall. Not too large, maybe 12 inches. But I'm in a cave system. I haven't had light for the past 2 hours walking. And there's a fish in here that's decent size. I'm kind of speechless. Did not expect it to be here, of all places. There. It just swing back and forth, back and forth. We're way steep now in this cave, walking to a different waterfall. Literally, really steep, climbing with sharp rocks. Luckily, they give me water shoes. That is insane. These rocks look slippery, but they're so textured. You know, the water that runs off all the sediment. So they're really easy to climb on. Got little tiny fish around the side of the waterfall. A little tiny pink fish just holding on right there. Wow. Now we have the long trek back out of the cave here. It'll probably take us a little over an hour. I'm assuming it'll go a little bit quicker on the way in. I won't be stopping as much. Plus, I'm running out of storage. So, won't be able to film a whole lot more, but I got to film the extent of what my 4-hour journey is. Now it's just the same walk back out. But if I see something interesting on the way back, I'll definitely show it. I found a plant in this cave. I honestly have no idea how that works. Just see leaf-bearing plant in this cave. Because if you don't turn the light off, and there's nothing you can see. That is strange. There we go. Made it back out. That was a long trip. I was able to make it out of the cave and drive to my next destination, a remote hilltop village. And well, this is what I'm staying at tonight. Not quite as luxurious as last night. And after a long driving day today, I drove for probably at least 3 hours. Google Maps lies. Like going up and down mountains all day makes it a struggle. Especially when there's tight corners every 2 seconds. But I made it. Time for dinner. And then bed. I'll be back in the morning. Well, good morning. Take a look at this view. This bed is hard as a rock. It got down to about 50 degrees last night, but at least I had plenty of covers to stay warm. Which isn't too bad. Well, time to eat some breakfast. And I got quite a far drive to get there.
I'm in a Karan village near the Myanmar border with Thailand. This is where the long neck tribe, or one of the Veni, are in this neighborhood, in this part of Thailand at least. I just purchased a ring made of similar metal that goes around their necks. Also purchased a little bracelet as well, made of local beads. I'm now sitting in a park in Mae Hong Son. The reason why I didn't really show too much of the Karen people at the village I was just at was mostly because it seemed a little odd pointing a camera at people who don't really speak English very well, especially when they're already seen as kind of a touristic spot. Going to that village, I was able to speak with one lady who knew some English. She mentioned that there's about 100 people that live in that village, and the village originally began around 35 to 50 years ago, depending on the person that came over from Myanmar. And that Karen people, they came over from Myanmar to get away from all the war troubles they were having at the time, and at this time they are still having. So the Karen people have their own separate little villages across northern Thailand. I'm about halfway in between Mae Hong Son and the town I'll be staying at tonight. The road's not nearly as scenic as it was the last couple days, so I haven't been really showing much. But this rest stop has a beautiful scene between the mountains there. One thing I learned, apparently I drove a little bit over 1,800 turns in the past 3 days. From Pai to Mae Hong Son is about 1,800 turns just to get up and down these mountains, to get to one town to the next. So, yeah, that was a little bit tiresome those last couple days. Now it's pretty much a straight road from now on for the next 2 or 3 days or so. Well, after last night sleeping in a tent, I decided to get a little bit of an upgrade. An actual bed. Well, 2 actually. That being said, I'll only be using 1, obviously. This was also the cheapest one they had, which I'll show you around here. 2 beds, obviously. Halfway decently comfortable. Couple free waters. TV, which I definitely will not be using. Bathroom. Private bathroom. Let's see here. Sink, toilet, shower. Can't ask for much else in Thailand. And I even get this outdoor semi-private balcony with a great view. Just be staying here one night, grabbing some dinner here as well, and I'll be on to my next spot tomorrow morning. I'll see you then. Well, I just ate breakfast. I have an early morning. I'm unfortunately going to have to miss this view and continue on. Have another long drive again today.
I'm currently on my way to Mae Sarin Waterfall. It's one of the biggest in Thailand, and hopefully, even though it's a dry season, it still looks halfway decent. I think I can start hearing it now. Oh, yeah, that's a large waterfall. Time to climb all the way down there. Well, as far as they let me. This area is typically flooded with tourists, but I'm here during their off season, during their winter, during the dry season. So you can only imagine how much more powerful that waterfall would be during the rainy season when most folks come here to visit. And as you can see, I am the only one here. I'm gonna see if there's a way to get down further, but it's looking unlikely. I have no idea what I'm eating. But it tastes good. I'm gonna skip on the liver and the random mystery meat. But that being said, this meal is $1.10. So I can't really complain. Good amount of vegetables, noodles, some actual meat in there too. So yeah, roadside stop in the middle of nowhere. I'll give it 7 out of 10. iPhone puppies. Back on the road. That's where I'm staying for the night. Short day, but bigger plans tomorrow. Give me a rest day.
Good morning and welcome to one of the tallest waterfalls in Thailand. Today we're chasing waterfalls and going to the highest peak of Thailand.
Officially, one of the highest people in Thailand. Literally.
Last waterfall of the day. It's massive. You can see the mist coming off the rocks.
Staying in yet another hostel tonight with not the softest mattress in the world, but I'll survive. Hopefully. It's been the last couple nights of rough sleeps, but this is my last night, so hopefully get some sleep, get back into the main city of Chiang Mai, and I'll be able to relax for a little while. Well, I got food poisoning last night, so didn't end up finishing it last day. But bye-bye.